somebody liked the comment. I was on Twitter before I started recording, and somebody liked the comment that I had posted, and it was an old comment. And the comment was the comment that I had posted. I don't know why I can't talk right now. The comment that I posted said, "I'm just here for the comments to see how hilariously ignorant they get." And I don't remember what I had posted that to. So when I get to the tweet to see like the tweet that I had posted that under, it was a picture of Nick Bosa injured, and it was like Nick Bosa tore his knee or some shit like that. And I instantly knew why I posted that. So I went under the comments to start reading them to get a refresher. Son, they was murdering that man in them comments, bro. I'm telling you gotta go see that tweet, bro. It's hilariously ignorant. Like I said, it's hilariously ignorant, bro. Gotta be able to laugh at some shit sometimes, folks. But how y'all doing today, man? How's life? Somebody just said, kicking my ass. I feel that. Yo, I just read I want to start off with this. I just read a comment, and I'm so glad I read this today. You know how I talk about dehumanizing athletes? How fans treat athletes like property, like slaves, basically. Like they just laborers to your entertainment. I saw a tweet today that was talking about Michael Beasley, talking about people didn't really know what he was going through when he was in LA. Like he lost his mom. The game that he forgot his shorts, he had lost his cousin or his brother, I believe it was. And the whole time he just wanted to be there for his team. I'm paraphrasing the tweet, and he was basically saying, I just wanted to be there for my team. And the whole world just ended up laughing at me. And Isaiah Thomas tweeted that like, yo, we got you, Bees. Like, we knew what you was going through and all this other stuff. The real ones knew. And this is just a prime example of why I have such a disdain for fans, bro. Like, this is why. Because I understand booing people. I understand like you booing the other team and shit like that. I understand that. I understand not being happy when players on your team not playing good. But to just be blatantly disrespectful to these players, the way that fans are, throwing stuff on the court and on the field and shit like that. I think it's hella disrespectful when fans run on the field. To me, I look at fans running on the field the same way as if you work at a restaurant and some idiot run in the back in the kitchen. If you work at an insurance company and somebody just run to the back in the offices, like, it's no different. It's disrespectful on any level. But people think that that's cool because you at a game. Because these just dudes playing a kid's game for money. That's how you dumb down what they do. But let me tell you something. These normal jobs that we work every day, we ain't tearing ACLs and hips and, fucking ourselves up physically to where we won't be able to walk when we, 30-something? Some of these athletes won't be able to walk straight when they in their 30s. When they in their 30s, that's not old. That's just old in sports. Some of these dudes won't be able to play with their kids. Some of these men and women won't be able to play with their kids when they get in their 30s and 40s because of injuries they sustained while playing sports for our entertainment. But we like to dumb down what they doing to just, they just playing a kids game and making millions of dollars. They should be happy. What? When people say shit like that, it really reminds me of shit like what Aaron Rodgers said on the Pat McAfee show today. I really think people have this hate for people who live a life that they want to live. Like, and I said it on a previous show, but anytime I'm starting to realize, anytime somebody like look at somebody and they don't, and like they live in the life that you want, they hate them for some reason. Like, and not everybody do it, but it's people who they can't even pinpoint why they don't like somebody. They just realize they live in the life, and they'll never tell you because they know how it sound and how it look really, unless you're dealing with somebody who don't really give a fuck. But like, I just think to hate these dudes, because I think that's what it is. Well, it's one of the reasons. Because you say, they make millions of dollars playing a kid game. But if you was in a position to be good enough to play a kid's game and make millions of dollars, you would be happy too, wouldn't you? Like, how can you hate them for that? Because they were good enough to make it to this level. And to continue to say, dumb it down to it's a kid's game. Listen, bro, I see kids playing doctor growing up. So when I'm supposed to go into a hospital saying all these motherfuckers making all this money doing a kid's game, like, what are we doing? You can dumb down everything. Fire trucks and shit, you see kids dressing up as that and playing, acting like they firemen all the time. What are we doing? It's only athletes who we choose to try to disrespect and degrade what they do. As if it's kind of like how people talk shit about janitors when you don't realize janitors make pretty good money. But it's like people talk shit about janitors. Like, yo, if who's going to clean this up for people if you don't want to do it, you think it's disgusting, but you also think it's disgusting the person who chooses to clean it up. What? How that makes no sense. But I see people like that all the time, like, oh, he disgusting because he willing to clean it up. What? So not only do you think the bathrooms is disgusting, but you think the motherfucker who willing to take the time out of his day to clean up other motherfuckers' feces and shit, and to get it looking nice so that you can use it, but you think he disgusting also, or she disgusting also. That's weird. I think that's a weird way of thinking. I really do. And I don't even know how I hop to that, but listen, back to the athletes. I just think fans need to, and it's never gonna happen because fans get younger, fans get older, fans just don't give a fuck, bro. As long as these teams continue to, and I saw somebody tweet this the other day, and I cannot remember what it was, but they was like, the team protect fans more than they do the actual players. And then it was fans in the comments getting pissed off saying, well, they should do such a, and it's that thing where they always start every sentence or excuse with an entitlement type of phrase, like, well, they should do, or we deserve. Like, what are you bro? Yeah, they appreciate you patronizing their business, bro. But patronizing a business don't give you the right to be disrespectful, bro. You can't go into a grocery store and just because you buy something, that means you can start cussing people out, spitting on people, throwing shit at people. Like, no, patronizing a business don't give you the right to be disrespectful. I don't understand the correlation. I don't understand why people think that that's cool. I definitely don't understand why people think that shit is cool in sports. I never understand it. I will never understand it. To me, you shouldn't have to be told the right and wrong things to boo and cheer at in sports, bro. It's very obvious. You should also not have to be told what not to say. You know the things not to say. People in Utah and Boston chanting racist things or saying racist. And you know, that's one of the reasons I don't watch soccer. Too many times in soccer, you see these motherfucking fans chanting racist chants to players, bro. Like, how do you think that make a player feel when they are having a black player on the field and they just chanting a whole bunch of racist shit and it's being allowed to happen? What? If they don't start making rules and getting tighter on these fans, this shit will continue to happen. They will continue to believe that just because they patronize the business, that they can do whatever the fuck they want to. You cannot keep letting fans think that. And throwing these fans out and banning them from stadiums, that's not the only thing that's going to help, bro. Some of these motherfuckers got to start getting charged. Like, they want to be famous and shit. Make them famous. Charge them motherfuckers. Put them in prison. Make them do time. Fuck they life up. Since they thought it was cool to be disrespectful and stupid and childish. Like, come on, man. Hey, man. I digress, bro. I just wanted to basically start off with that, though. I know we went a lot of places, but I just wanted to shout out Michael Beasley, bro. I hope Big Dog doing good, man. Because Michael Beasley a hooper, and he a good dude. And it's like people tell you, bro. You should never laugh and talk shit about people, for one, because you never really know what somebody... Not you never really. You never know what somebody is going through. You could talk to somebody every fucking day who could tell you their problems every day, and I promise you they not telling you every single problem. And they probably not even telling you the problem that's killing them the most. Because that's just how people are. They keep it hidden inside because of how people are. Because when you show people weakness, when you show a lot of people weakness, what they do? Exploit it, take advantage of you, talk about you. And so people get into a place where they just hide. They come more comfortable with shutting away and not talking about their problems. They just lock them away. And yeah, is that healthy? No, it's not. Eventually you snap. Eventually you blow. Eventually you hold all that shit up and you just boom, you snap. And then you do it all over again. You hit the reset button once it all overflow. You empty now, and you start the whole new process of holding everything in until it blow up. And you live life like that. And that's not a cool way to live life. But humans need to be better. We need to be better as humans. Point blank period. But I hope y'all having a great day, man. A great night. Whatever point in time you listening to this. Listen, bro. I want to talk about AB again. So AB said he wanted to play with Lamar Jackson. Shout out Lamar Jackson. That's it. Why you want to play with Lamar? What do you mean why? that interview, that little segment was funny. Because I'm the same way. What do you mean why you want to play with Lamar Jackson? Even though I knew what Brandon was saying. Listen. I don't want AB in Baltimore. I don't care. It was a time where I did want AB in Baltimore because there was a point in time where I was fooled by AB still. I was blaming everybody but AB. I've grown. I've matured. That's what life is about. I do not want AB in Baltimore. You want to know why I don't want AB in Baltimore? Because AB done shown you he's not loyal. He has no loyalty. And maybe he do got loyalty to somebody out there, but it ain't to none of these NFL teams or players. I hear people saying, oh, well, Lamar Jackson, his actual real life homeboy, and Marquise Brown, his cousin. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. I really don't. Antonio Brown has proven he has no loyalty. Loyalty is everything. You can't keep saying that this man cannot keep showing you that he has no loyalty, and we continue to pick and choose who he can be loyal to. That's not how it works when you play sports, bro. He chose not to be loyal to Pittsburgh in the end. He quit on them. He chose not to be loyal to the Raiders. He quit on them. He chose not to be loyal to the Patriots. He quit on them. He chose not to be loyal to the Bucks. He quit on them. What do you think is going to happen when he get to Baltimore and shit start going not the way he think it should go? He going to quit on them. That's just what he do. It ain't a person thing. It ain't him. He don't care about if one. Listen, he could love Lamar in Hollywood all he want to. It could be John Harbaugh that pisses him off. It could be a player on the team that pisses him off. And then everybody can get it from that point on. And I told you, people who operate like that, keep your distance, bro. When you dealing with people who can explode and then everybody can get it, like they clip don't have a target sensor. It's like it don't have a target on it. It's for everybody. Just don't fuck with them type of people, bro. I'm telling you. AB is clearly that type of person, bro. And I don't want to take shots at AB. I done said it. I don't like taking shots at black men. Enough people take shots at black men as it is. I'm not finna be a black man getting on here talking trash or down in black men, but I am gonna call it how I see it. And AB ain't got no loyalty right now at all, bro. And I hope that Kodak Black getting paid stupid royalties off of this super gremlin running around everywhere. Like, I already had heard the song a billion times before Antonio Brown tweeted it. But after he tweeted it, everybody done hopped on the bandwagon now. And that's cool because that mean Kodak getting paid. And I love to see a black man get paid. Shout out Cole. But I'm just saying, people kind of getting corny with it now, bro. Like, stop it. I'm seeing cornballs running around talking about super gremlin. Like, bro, stop it, bro. Bro, I'm going to tell y'all something. almost every day since it happened, bro. When Baltimore lost to the Rams and Odell had that game-winning catch, basically the touchdown, and he did the wipe his nose and he did the little jig with it like he was toe tapping and dancing with. I play that in my head every single fucking day, bro. That shit was so smooth to me, bro. Like that was smooth. Every single, it has not been a day that go by since that play, since he did that celebration, that I do not replay that celebration in my head. Like, yeah, I still like his little Detroit gun safety, whatever it is, thing in the end zone celebration. Nah, not me. Not me. And maybe that tell you the type of person I am. But the wipe his nose and the jig he did with it, that was super smooth. Super smooth, bro. I like that. That's my favorite OBJ celebration, bro. I'm telling you, I replay that shit in my head every single day. Every single day since he did it. It's wild, bro. You gotta go watch that. It's when the Rams played against Baltimore this year. Lamar was hurt, and the Rams, the game winning, Odell made 2 big time catches. All hands team, bro. Big OBJ fan. That's why they gotta get this dub on Sunday, bro. Gotta get this dub on Sunday. But back to AB. So listen, I agree with AB said. Look, let's give Lamar his flowers. I give Lamar his flowers every time we hop on here, bro. This is a pro player show, but we super pro Lamar on this show, bro. Like, no Lamar Jackson hate will ever be tolerated on this channel, bro. I don't care if this man is a bust from here on out in his career, bro. Like, this man can go out there and be absolute doo-doo for the rest of his career from this point forward, which I know is not going to happen because he's just too good, his work ethic too great. But he could be absolute butt from here on out. Still, no Lamar Jackson hate will be tolerated on this channel. You understand what I'm saying? I'm glad we had that conversation. I'm glad we got that understanding. Dear God, I need you. I can't take it when people talk trash about Kevin Gates, bro. It's not like I get offended by it or nothing like that. I'm just like, bro, you not listening to Kevin Gates, bro. You just saying something and you just saying something because I have met people who have never listened to somebody before and they'll say they trash without ever have listened to them. But I understand why people do that sometimes, because a lot of the artists that people cap about is like really trash, and it's like a lot of these young rappers and shit that do all these drugs and shit. Like, these kids think it's cool that these rappers doing all these drugs and shit, and it's real crazy because a lot of these kids who popping all these weird ass drugs and shit, they like these whack rappers who popping all these drugs and shit, but they saying that the OGs is the trash ones, bro. Like, I saw so many young dudes on Twitter talking trash about Jay-Z, and I'm just like, wow. And you got dudes saying NBA young boy better than Hov, he'll kill him in a rap off, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck is? And you got people talking about some, man, if you put they hits against Jay-Z hits, what are you talking about, bro? What are you Bro, Jay-Z's first level of his career, he got more hits than most of these dudes, all of these dudes' entire career. So, what, bro? Twitter is a very weird place. See, you can't put an age limit on the type of people that you interact with on Twitter. You just get the whole pot. You don't know who, might be popping that day. A 16-year-old, a 20-something-year-old, a 30-something-year-old, a 50, 60, 70-year-old. Usually the older people that be popping on Twitter be the ones doing stupid shit, like getting into some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the old people that's trending on Twitter usually be like old white dudes who done some racist shit or done said some racist shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when it's the young kids that nowadays, they always doing some of these dumb, like, I remember when they was doing that fire challenge, setting themselves on fire. Imagine that. A challenge where you set yourself on fire. Wow. I'm absolutely, positively happy that level of idiocy never crossed my mind when I was a kid or at that age. Wow, let me set myself on fire. Of all the things I see fire do, let me set myself on fire. What? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, I still vividly remember the black dude who said him saying, and that's why that really killed me, because usually when shit like this happen, black people just be like, fucking white people shit, man. But I saw a fucking black dude with locks set himself ablaze, bro, and he could not put that shit out. I wish I want to see the follow up on that, cause that shit was wild, bro. It's just like when people used to do, it was another suicidal. I mean, y'all motherfuckers was still walking around doing that dumbass crate challenge. Why are you climbing to the top just to fall from the top and break something? Like, y'all didn't even see how some of them people was really getting fucked up doing that challenge. I don't understand the obsession. The clout obsession is unreal. What people willing to do for clout, bro. Y'all wasn't even winning millions of dollars for completing that challenge, bro. Did y'all even win $100 for it? Y'all was willing to break y'all backs on some fucking crates for what? Go to work. I don't think you gonna be making, constant income doing these dumbass challenges. These are suicide challenges. Somebody was suicidal when this generation didn't take it serious and turned that shit into a challenge. I remember when people was walking around doing that Bird Box challenge, which I just want to say that was a stupid ass movie. I think I'm not gonna get into that, but I just think Bird Box was whack. But I'm the same person who thought that show was whack also. Like LeBron said, he thought that what's the name of the show? What's the name of that show? Yeah, the show that done blew up on Netflix, bro. I cannot remember the name of that show, but LeBron said he think that just should show you how I feel about Squid Games. LeBron said that he thought that Squid Games could have ended better. Shit, I thought the whole show was whack. Like, shout out to LeBron. The dude got in his feelings about LeBron saying the shit was could have ended better. He definitely lucky that I ain't popular and he don't care about my opinion, because I thought the whole shit was whack. I thought it was some shit that I done seen already in other forms. And that's my problem with a lot of the movies and shit and shows. They just reruns and just remakes of shit that I done seen before, bro. They don't even have good little twists and their own little pop and flair into it. That's why a lot of these motherfuckers going out there loving up on these Marvel movies, bro, because these the only shits that's creative. Yeah, we see them in the comic books, but at least they recreating them on the TV screen and adding their own twists and shit to them. These other motherfuckers is just making the same movie. And y'all getting mad at them for recreating comic books. These motherfuckers just recreating books. And then they don't even make the movie as good as the fucking book was. Now, I couldn't tell you that because I don't read books anymore. And I was thinking the other day that eventually I wanted to have like a book type thing on here, like where we promote reading, even though I don't read books anymore. Like, I don't read chapter books. Let me put it like that. Like, I don't sit down and be like, you know what I could do right now? Read a book. Like, nah, B. I'm motherfucking not reading no book, but but like I can read for now. I mean, I'm a very great reader. I'm just not finna sit down and read no book no more. Like, I remember when I was in elementary and you could win awards for like pizza parties and shit like that for like, I can't even remember what the program was for reading, but it was like some reading program for people, bro. I ended up going to a baseball game off of that shit, bro. We used to go to the Warhogs, lit. But somehow we got through all of that, and let me get right back to AB. So, another reason I don't want AB. If the dude will turn on Tom Brady, he will turn on Lamar Jackson, bro. And that's not me saying, oh, but listen, this is Tom fucking Brady. That's the GOAT. If that motherfucker had absolutely no issues, no problems with giving Tom his ass to kiss, with turning, and I know some motherfuckers are phrasing and be like, well, he didn't really do that to Tom, it was to Bruce Arians. Who the fucking quarterback of the team, bro? Like, stop it, bro. Mind you, you can keep saying it's this injury. The man just played last week and got 15 targets. He was mad about his targets, bro, because AB don't give a fuck about no game plan. He don't care about what's working for what you need to do to beat a defense. He only care about AB. If he think he open, he think you need to pass him the ball. It was like that in Pittsburgh. It was like that in Tampa now, because he didn't last in the other places long enough to say that. But when he was in Pittsburgh, what was his problem? Every time he acted out, it's because he didn't get the ball enough. He felt like he didn't get the ball. And what Big Ben goofy ass go out and do the next week after he threw a tantrum? Threw the motherfucker the ball like 20 plus something times, threw a couple picks with it, and lost the game. But at least AB got his targets. AB was happy again. See, that's my one thing. Well, no, that's not my one problem with Ben. Trust me, that's not my one problem. But one of my problems with Ben is you call out people all the time. You like to throw your teammates under the bus and shit, but you can't stand up to AB in this moment to know that you can't be throwing him the ball 20-something fucking times, throwing all those interceptions, putting your team in a bad situation. Like, Mike Tomlin deserves an award for how goofy some of those motherfuckers on Pittsburgh was. Pro player show. And I'm specifically talking about AB and Ben, to be honest with you. That's it. I'm not talking about Cam. I'm not talking about Watt. I'm not talking about... And maybe Juju Boo-Boo Smith-Schuster, too. Pro player show. But AB was not wrong on that situation. He has not been wrong on that since he said it. And even though he didn't need to say it, because I told you, bro, I watch football. I knew the Pittsburgh Steelers was being dickheads when they gave Juju that award, bro. Because if you watch them games, you knew Juju was getting those yards and getting open because everybody was playing AB. AB was a Hall of Fame receiver, the best receiver in the league at the time. He and Julio. Come on now, let's not play. They knew AB deserved that award. They gave it to Juju. I guess them giving it to Juju was their way of trying to... I guess they really... Pittsburgh, maybe they wanted to move on this entire time from AB. And this was how they... that's how they put the plans in motion. Who ultimately knows? But what I do know is AB is... If he not going to be loyal to Tom Brady, a dude who broke it... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it costs... the only thing on the line for Tom probably was reputation. His word, like, man, you vouch for AB and he still acted. That's probably the only thing that was on the line. Like, Tom probably didn't have to, bust his ass to get AB on the team. All he had to go do is say, listen, sign AB. I want AB. And they did it for him. And AB still quit on the team. Like, come on, man. So what make me think, what am I supposed to believe he gonna do when he get to Baltimore and shit not going the way it's supposed to go? Or the way he think it's supposed to go? Because I'm telling you right now, I could care less about AB numbers. I care about Lamar Jackson being great, not AB. And I'm kind of like that for everybody at this point in time with the Ravens. I want my team to be great and win a Super Bowl. But I want Lamar Jackson to be great and win a Super Bowl. I want us to be great for Lamar Jackson. I want us to win a Super Bowl for Lamar Jackson. And that's like the first time in my career of watching football that I ever felt that while watching the Ravens. Like, I never loved to play. Like, I loved Ed Reed, but I didn't love Ed Reed to the point where yes I did. I wanted us to win so Ed Reed could look great, even though he already was, you know what I'm saying? But this is different because this is a quarterback. And quarterbacks, regardless of what people realize, have to be more reliant on people than any other position. Because they need their receivers and their running backs and their offensive line to play great for them to have a chance. Or they're just going to be running around for their life all the time like Lamar was doing all year. Or like Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow don't even have to run for his life because his line usually let the defender get there within seconds. So I'm just saying, man. I don't want to see AB in Baltimore. I don't. And there's probably nothing nobody could say or do that can... And now listen, obviously my opinion don't matter or nothing like that, but I'm still giving it. You didn't ask for my 2 cents, but you take this change right here, all right? You tuck it away for a rainy day. Maybe it'll add up to something someday. You dig? Be appreciative, man. Y'all remember that dude? Say thank you, Nick. I ain't gonna say it. Let's forget about it. Shaddy said something that was funny, Undisputed this morning. AB will sign with any team that want him. Well, I don't even know if that's true anymore. Because of what he did with the Raiders, bro. And I could say what team would want AB, but the fact of the matter is there is teams out there that would go after AB. Even with the bullshit he done did. There is teams out there that would still go after AB. It just is what it is. It's a shit ton of Baltimore fans on Twitter that's saying like, yeah, we want him in Baltimore. Because talent, bro. When you as talented as AB, people gonna want you. Even though he hasn't put up a, big season since his Pittsburgh season, his last year in Pittsburgh. Hey, he's AB. And so right now his name carry a lot of weight. And I get it. People want, AB because they think he will make a difference. But this is my thing. I like Rashad Bateman. I like Rashad Bateman, and I like Mark Andrews. Marquise Brown. I told you, man. I think I am almost done with Marquise Brown, because when you look at how good he started the season, even in that good, he was dropping passes. And it was that Detroit game. And then, not only that, the Detroit game really showed me that not only can he have a bad game, but it can get worse. Because he can really get into his own head and it can make it worse. The great players know how to move on to the next play. The problem I'm having with a lot of the players on Baltimore is it feel like Lamar is the only motherfucker that can move on to the next play. It don't feel like none of these dudes can move on to the next play, bro. The stench, it just lingers. They don't make good plays after. And I think Marquise Brown, as much as I know Lamar like him, love him, that's his boy. At some point in time, he gonna have to step up. To me, he just ain't good enough right now. You looking at some of these receivers who come into the league with lesser quarterbacks who pop instantly. Now, granted, I hate Greg Roman's offensive scheme. I think it's atrocious. And they still have not fired fucking Greg Roman. I do not understand what it's going to take for him to be fired. I really don't. And I don't understand how John Harbaugh can continue to look at this offense and think, oh, we're fine. Even with Lamar Jackson. And I know the excuse he's using is, oh, we didn't have our running backs this year. This is unbelievable, bro. To me, this is just unbelievable. Greg Roman is not a good offensive play caller for what we need anymore. Lamar Jackson has outgrown Greg Roman and his stupid ass play calling. It is what it is. It's not good play calling anymore for what Lamar Jackson has evolved into. Now, I do want to say this. You do got to still watch the games. Because Nick Young said something on that. Nick Young said something on, to me, the most important thing that was said on the show was probably what Nick Young said when he said, even when Lamar Jackson played great, right, and he throwing the ball and he throw the ball great, the media still say, oh, the run game, the run. It's crazy to me how Nick Young picked that up. That showed me right there Nick Young way smarter and more, and not smarter, it got nothing to do with being smart. It showed me that he way more like he really be paying attention to this shit. Like he woke. Because that's a fact. Even when I said it all year, these fucking analysts refuse to acknowledge that Baltimore is not a run team this year. They are winning because Lamar Jackson is throwing the ball. They can't run. The best thing about the run game is Lamar Jackson, which was the problem. And I said all year that with the hits that he was taking, because he had to be the best running back for the team and the quarterback for the team, that he wasn't going to last. And it ended up happening. It came to fruition. So, Baltimore got a lot of shit to take care of in the offseason. AB is not a priority, bro. I do not want AB in Baltimore, bro. I want LJ Fort to get healthy and be back. I want Marlon Humphrey and Juice to get healthy and be back. I'm still a little skeptical on the safety positions. I'm not going to lie. I like Chuck. I like Deshaun Elliott. I'm going to continue to say those positions can get better still. But those positions are nowhere near as important as the defensive line, bro. They keep, and I was seeing people, and this is probably my reason why I defend Wink, because I think Wink is a great defensive coordinator, and I think Wink should be a head coach, to be completely honest with you. The way he connect with his players and whatnot is amazing. And you can say what you want to about how bad our defense was this year, and I agree, it was a bad defense. you got to keep remembering the man did not have the majority of his starters for the majority of the year. And he had Patrick fucking Queen starting for the majority of those games in the beginning. And Patrick Queen was atrocious in the beginning of the season. You got Calais Campbell, who's a great run-stopping and edge-setting player. He is not a guy who can get after the quarterback anymore. You got a line full of dudes who cannot get to the quarterback. So what if Derek Wolfe was healthy? Derek Wolfe don't get sacks anymore. So you put 3 to 4 dudes on the defensive line who do not generate pressure on the quarterback. They only there to stop the run. You got linebackers who cannot generate pressure on the quarterback without sending blitzes. And they also do not do a good job in coverage. So, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that you had to look forward to next year for Baltimore is if they secondary healthy. Because they secondary being healthy is what helped everything else. Wink was really hiding everything for y'all with his play calling. And that's why I really don't understand Wink getting fired. But not fucking Greg Roman. Like, it don't make no sense to me. I really feel at this point that John Harbaugh is basically saying, I'm going to prove to y'all that I can win with Greg Roman. And I just think anytime you get into it, and maybe that's not what he's doing. But if that is what's happening right now in Baltimore, where they just going against the fans to prove something, yeah, that's the quickest way to not only lose, but to fuck up a fucking player's career, bro. Like, with you trying to play this ego game and do that, you know, this little childish game, you could potentially fuck up Lamar's career. The Texans playing this little ego game with Deshaun Watson is why their season turned into what it turned into. And you still got these loyal fans that still patronize your product. You know, I'm almost at the verge when I'm willing to say Texans fans, you know, you could probably wild out in Texas this year with the Houston Texans, and I probably wouldn't have cared too much because the fact that people paid to go still see the Texans play, good Lord have mercy, man. God bless you. You had a lot of money to throw away. There ain't no fucking way I'm paying to go see Baltimore if we was in the position that the Texans was in. There's no shot. I don't go see us play when we winning, and we a winning franchise, so I'm damn sure not going to go see us play. I'm just a person who think the best seats is at my fucking house in a cooled environment of which I can put the temperature on what I want it to be on. I can, you know, do as I please in that if I want to smoke a blunt, I can smoke a blunt. If I want to drink a beer, I don't drink beer, but if I did want to drink beers, I ain't paying $20-something fucking dollars for one. You dig? Probably got a 12-pack in the fucking fridge that was half of that. So, especially when I'm looking at some of these people bundled up in these cold games, is no shot. That Patriots game where Mac Jones thought he was smoking a blunt with all the smoke that was coming out of his mouth when he had to hit the repeat on it and was like, oh, whoa, shit, let me see that again. Yes, sir. He thought he was hitting the finest of Kush. I respect that. Mac Jones kind of sold me. He kind of impressed me with that. When I saw him hit that repeat on that like he was hitting a blunt, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Mac Jones might have been that dude in college. Hold up now. The world may never know. Hey, I hope the honey badger get healthy, man. He left in the honey. I just want to also say, Tyrann Mathieu getting hurt is not an excuse for the defense that the Chiefs played. They just lucked up in the fact, and even though that's no excuse for the Chiefs have shown that that's some type of bullshit that they can actually do. The Bills, on the other hand, this is why I hate that people keep trying to push this narrative that it needs to be a new overtime rule. No, it don't. I'll say it again. College football is trash. We don't need to adopt shit that's in college to the NFL because college football is garbage. That's not football. That is college football. Nobody is talking about them fucking overtime rules. If the Bills defense don't let Mahomes go 60-something yards in 2 fucking plays with 13 seconds and kick a game-tying field goal. Nobody is talking about this if they just do the number 1 pass defense in the NFL. 13 fucking seconds. Don't talk to me about a fucking overtime rule, bro. Talk to me about that defense stepping up and doing his job. Don't talk to me about, Josh Allen didn't touch the ball in overtime. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear about how them last 13 seconds these motherfuckers couldn't stop Pat Mahomes and the offense from getting a position. Listen, I get it. Mahomes, Kelsey, and Tyreek, those are Generational talents at this point. But it's no excuse to give up that type of yardage in 13 fucking seconds when you're the number one defense. Passing defense at that. They the number one third down defense. They kept giving up third downs in this game. So I don't want to hear nothing about no fucking overtime rule. I don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that. This game legitimately came down to what people like to say all the time. The person with the ball last is who gonna win it. You know what you just got, motherfucker? A person with the ball last is exactly who won the fucking game. Because these two defenses showed you they were not ready for the moment. And that's what happens. That's pressure builds bursts pipes or builds diamonds. That's what it do. A diamond was created. And listen, I really respect the fact that Pat Mahomes and these boys is basically the final boss in the AFC right now. Like, I'm one of them people who like it when one team dominating everybody else, because that gives everybody else something to shoot for. If everybody was the same and everybody was mediocre, then nobody, like, what? If everybody walking around talking about, I want to be different, I want to be different, I want to be different, then is anybody really fucking different? If we all is mediocre or the same, or we all good, then are we really good? We have a measuring stick on how great we are. And that is Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. They are the measuring stick. They are the final boss. You work your way. You beat all these other opponents so that you can get to them. I said it in the season when they was playing bad. Don't sleep on this fucking team. They done been here. They do this shit every year. They will wake up. Pat Mahomes struggles in the season. This motherfucker look like a different player in the playoffs, bro. Different player in the play. I said it the other day on Twitter. I love Aaron Rodgers. I would take Pat Mahomes over Aaron Rodgers in his career. Like, that's where I'm at. I would take Pat Mahomes, the quarterback, over Aaron Rodgers. I don't care about all Aaron Rodgers' accolades. In the playoffs, Pat Mahomes, I only done seen two quarterbacks turn it up like this in the playoffs. Three. Turn it up like this in the playoffs. Joe Flacco, to a lower extent, and Tom Brady, the GOAT, and Pat Mahomes. I know what I am seeing. I know what I am seeing. I am seeing possibly the greatest quarterback who has ever lived evolving into that right before our fucking eyes in Pat Mahomes. Tom Brady is the GOAT. And he did beat Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, and Pat Mahomes may never get that chance to beat this motherfucker in the Super Bowl again. That ultimately will not matter, in my opinion, if he can get to 7 Super Bowls or whatever. Because Pat Mahomes is amazing. What this motherfucker is doing. And Josh Allen is amazing. Y'all know I love Josh Allen. Love Josh Allen. But they did lose. And even though it wasn't on Josh, he could do nothing else than what he did. The fact that Mahomes can continue to find ways to win these games, bro. 4 years as a starter, 4 AFC championship games. That is impressive. That is dominance. I don't know how you can hate on that. I love the Warriors when they had KD. I love the Warriors, period, because I love Steph Curry. But when they had KD, I love shit like that. Miami's big three, I love shit like that. LA's, now, when we had Powell, that wasn't really a super team. But like the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, love that shit. Any version of a super team in any sport, bro, I love. Because that's what sports needs. A villain. If the best team, everybody naturally gonna hate the best team. Not me, because I love talent, bro. I would rather sit and know that this team that I'm finna watch is gonna go off. Unless they just have an off night, they got too many stars to not give me my money's worth right now. Rather than going to a game with one star, hoping that he can go off in the midst of all this other shit, and they still might lose. Now I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that. Now, you put an all-star fucking team out, and maybe that's why I'm a fan of the NBA All-Star Game and everybody else be hating on it. The NBA All-Star Game is my favorite basketball game every year, bro. I am not joking with you right now. Now, that should tell you how much I care about the NBA at this point since Kobe's retirement, bro. R.I.P. Kobe and Gigi and all the people who was lost on that helicopter. But that should tell you how much I give a fuck about NBA at this moment. To where my favorite game, the most exciting game for me every year in the NBA for the past couple years is the NBA All-Star Game. That's where I'm at. But if you go watch an NBA All-Star game, you're getting your money's worth, bro. Because these motherfuckers finna be dunking. They finna be flying through the air, shooting these crazy threes. Like, you're getting your money's worth, bro. And Curry should have won MVP of that game last year. Not fucking Giannis if it just going and they gave him one. He missed a shot and they gave him one, bro. That shit did not matter. Curry and Dame Lillard were clearly the shows that night. I do not know why they gave that shit to Giannis, bro. They keep disrespecting my boy Curry, but we not talking about the NBA right now. So change subject. I saw Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show today. And you know, I love Aaron Rodgers. And I agree with the shit he was saying, bro. And I just think he a real smart dude, bro. He basically breaking down. Like, I really was getting... I wish that this was a funner interview, but I understand that it could only be so, lively with the fact that he did just lose a game in the divisional round and they expected to play next week. So I do get that. But just his whole process of knowing that when he said he was immunized, how that was going to eventually, lead to some things, and people not liking him, and just sitting on shit all year, just basically because of his vaccination status and his opinion on shit. Basically everything I told y'all in the last episode. But yeah, I agree with all that he was talking about. I agree with all of that, and I think it's like, I keep saying it, bro. I don't know why people dehumanize these athletes like this and make it so that they can't have an opinion. They can't think about nothing outside of the sport they play. They shouldn't be allowed to say nothing about anything unless it's the sport they play. They shouldn't be able to do nothing. Every time I see them, they better be training or working out, because if they not, then they lazy. Like, I don't understand. Like, motherfucker, just because you like to work 4, 5, 6 jobs and brag about how you got no time on your hands, because you always at somebody else's establishment making them money, but you think you making yourself money. Hey, listen, if that's the life that you choose to live and that's exciting to you, cool. But don't hate Aaron Rodgers because that ain't the life he chose to take part in. Don't be mad at me because you cooked something and I chose not to eat it, because I could have took it and wasted it. You dig? Don't be mad because I told you straight up I don't want it, because I could have lied to you and said I wanted it and threw it away and wasted your cooking. When in actual, now you can eat it if it's so good. You dig? And I just want to say something else, bro. If you put fruit in cake, bro, you're an asshole. There's no two ways around it. You're an asshole. And I've been seeing a lot of people lately say that they don't like cake. You're an asshole too. How do you not like cake? What kind of psychopath don't like? See, I always got a reason for why I think people don't like shit. And maybe, now it's a ton of reasons why people don't like cake, but I'll tell you the one thing that would make me not like cake. If all the cake that I ate tasted like sheet cake from like Walmart or something and had that nasty ass whipped cream icing on it, I call it the birthday cake for kids, because it's definitely not birthday cake type of cake. Like the confetti cake is what a lot of people... No, this is just like a sheet cake birthday cake for kids, I call it. And it's always got like whipped cream icing on it. Yeah, that is garbage. You can throw that shit away. That is trash. That is disgusting. That's nasty. I don't condone that type of cake. If you make cake and you put whipped cream on the top of it, you're an asshole. Icing is what's supposed to go on the top of a cake, not fucking whipped cream. Like, this ain't a macchiato or no fucking latte, bro. Like, stop it. It stink like... And then, you really can't say you hate a cake if you eating cake the wrong way. Like, if you eat a lot of cake that's got fruit in it, well, that's your fault if you hate cake. It's because of that. Because you shouldn't be eating cake with fruit in it. You see, I love cake, but I know that cake with fruit in it is not cake. It's trash. So I won't eat it. It's very simple. See how I did that there? You like that? You like that? Now, we got to come back because we got to be talking. I got to break down the upcoming games for the conference championship rounds. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait, man. I doubt we're going to get a game as good as that fucking Chiefs-Bills game. That was crazy. I rewatched that shit last night. That was absolutely insane. They was showing Josh Allen after he threw that touchdown with 13 seconds left. They was showing his dad and everybody celebrating. I'm just thinking to myself, man, if these motherfuckers knew what was about to transpire over these next 13 plus seconds, bruh. Like, Jesus Christ, bruh. If they only fucking knew what was about to take place, bruh. Now, mind you, they didn't show their reactions after all that shit transpired. I would have loved to go back and see. Now, I'm not the type of person who like I want to see them in pain. I just wanted to see the complete contrast of what was and what is now. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see it. Now, I wouldn't wish that type of pain on my worst end. Well, yes, I would, because I wish that the Brown fans will never get to this situation. So, like I said, the Browns will never win a championship in my lifetime. And I pray that I live for a long time. But Cleveland ain't winning no chance. That's why they got to get my boy Myles Garrett up out of there, man. Myles Garrett got to eventually find a way to get up out of there before he ain't got shit left in the tank, bro. Maybe he need to become a locker room issue, bro. Straight up, because he ain't going nowhere with Cleveland. I saw a fucking Dolphin fan, an anonymous Dolphin fan came out and was like a defensive dude, and they said it was like a good player. And they was like, the motherfucker say he wasting his career with Tua as his I'm wasting my career with Tua as my quarterback. I'm like, shit. After listening to some of the shit that come out of Miami, I'm at the point where I truly believe that motherfucker Brian Flores just did not want Tua as his quarterback, bro. That's where I'm at. And the way he played him, shit, I'm convinced that he didn't want Tua. I'm really convinced, bro, that motherfucker just did not want Tua once he realized he wasn't winning shit with Tua. And it was crazy, is the motherfucker won 8 straight with Tua, or 7 straight. It's crazy, bro. But if it was just blatantly him turning on Tua because he knew he wanted Deshaun Watson and could possibly, then I get that, because Deshaun Watson is better than Tua. But if you got them off the problem issues that Deshaun got, off the field issues, if Deshaun's off the field issues amount to being true, then yeah, I pretty much rather have Tua. But hey, we will see how that plays out eventually. I know that the Texans released a statement saying that Deshaun Watson probably won't play another snap as with Houston. I mean, he told y'all motherfuckers that last year. You should have believed him. I believed him when he said it. I just had a strong feeling that motherfucker was gonna sit out last year. But then once the off the field shit happened, I knew he was definitely sitting out last year. So the Texans went through this pointless season of losing. Yeah, this was a pointless season of losing. Like, the dude that you take in the first round got to be so motherfucking good to excuse this pointless ass season. You hired David Culley, who was a scapegoat. I don't even know why David Culley took the job, but at the end of the day, they got to pay this man a couple mil the next couple years. So you know what? That was actually a great, quick little hustle for David Culley. Shout out to David Culley for that quick little flip right there. That man flipped, a couple mil to a lot of mil. So I respect that shit. I respect that. That's how you got to look at that. I don't like how they did him, but then again, I like how he did them. You know what I'm saying? What Medea said, you gotta get them before they get you. Cause if the getter got, then I don't know what the fuck she's saying, but I just know that I don't like how they did him, but I like how he did them. Straight up. I like that shit. You like that shit? What? We back. What? But listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not even. That's a story for the next episode. Anyways, I appreciate y'all for joining me. I think this was a Ramblin sessions. I didn't say it to start off, but I'm almost certain that this is gonna go under Ramblin sessions. Like, that's what this is probably gonna get titled, as one of the Ramblin session shows. I'm almost certain. My cousin told me today. She was like, "Cub, please blow up so we can get out, so you can get us out the hood." And I said, "I am. I got us." See, that's the thing. It's like Aaron Rodgers was talking about. You can get big. You can accomplish your dreams. You just got to be willing to hit that grind. And the grind take a long time sometimes. And that's really what fuck people up. The grind. Because, sometimes for one, you should never measure your grind to somebody else's grind. That's really what fuck people up sometimes. Where they're like, "Oh, I'm grinding harder than this, such and such. I'm working harder, grinding harder." And they just getting everything and nothing coming my way. You can't think like that. That's how you self-poison. You can't do that type shit. You dig? You got to let that shit go. You just worry about waking up. Like what I tell y'all early in the season, bro. Just wake up every day knowing that you doing something to work towards your dream every day. and you gonna be alright. It's like I told my cousin, bro, I'm getting us out of here. You dig? I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Y'all tell somebody that y'all appreciate and love them, man. Saint out.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know, there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps because they know what happens next. So without further ado, free smoke.